There's water everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about this water. What type of water is this?
It's blue, like really, really pretty bright blue.
Yes. And is the water around you? Are you in the water?
Yeah, it's surrounding me.
Mm-hmm. Expand a little bit further and see what type of body of water that is around you.
It's almost like I'm in a tunnel under
Mm-hmm.
this under the water, under the
Very
sea.
under the sea. Very good. Continue walking through this tunnel and notice who's there on the other side.
There's a blue being.
Mm-hmm. Yes, tell me more.
It's a masculine energy.
Mm-hmm. So as you focus on this blue being, you'll be able to sense more of what he looks like. Describe him to me.
He's not human-like. He's
Mm-hmm.
more so like a, I don't even know how to describe him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's big.
Yes.
And he's not like a fish, but he's not earthly looking at all.
Not earthly. Very good. So, being that you're in front of this being, you'll be able to connect telepathically. Reach out your thoughts. Who is this being?
I think it's someone that I love.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What emotions do you get?
I want to cry.
Mm-hmm. Yes. 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 Tell me more. What do you feel when you feel this emotion?
I feel like home,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and I miss wherever this is.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So follow your emotions, and I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll be at this home that you miss so much. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you?
I'm on
Yes.
a
Yes.
I'm on a water planet.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Tell me more.
Um, like Venus.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. What does it look like all around
There's pink skies,
you? Yes.
and there's lots of blue, and there's lots of water.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so much love.
Yes. And what do you look like when you're at this place?
I have blue feet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a female.
Yes.
I have kind of like I have
Yes.
all blue skin.
Mm-hmm. And what shade of blue is this? Is it a light blue or?
It's like a no, it's not light blue, it's like a middle like cobalt blue kind of.
Uh-huh, yes. And what is the texture of your skin?
It's really smooth.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I have long hair.
Mm-hmm. What color is your hair?
It's really light, but it kind of has even a blue tinge to it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And what does the rest of your body look like? Do you have hands and arms?
Yeah, I have hands and I have like a really kind of flowy shape, like almost like my legs aren't they're legs, but they're not really Um, they're not really how we see our legs as a human.
Mm-hmm.
Everything just kind of like flows together.
So are these legs in one piece? Are they separate?
They're separate at the end,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
but they're kind of in one piece, like towards the hips more, or like towards the knee, between the knees and the hips.
Yes. And what about the torso? Look at your torso. What does it look like?
I have really like wide hips and then a little torso,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and it has like kind of like leaves in the middle. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of like what I'm wearing.
Okay. And what are these leaves covering?
They're covering my top area,
Mm-hmm.
just like as clothes would.
Yes.
And then it kind of stops and then it's an open top. So it's
Yes.
like there's no sleeves.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And notice, do you have a neck?
Yep, I have a nice like normal neck.
Mm-hmm. And what
It's
does your
kind of a little bit
face?
long.
Yeah, what does your face look like?
It's really smooth and it's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Um I have kind of bigger lips
Big
and
lips?
big lips and a high forehead
Mm-hmm.
and some high cheekbones.
Yes.
My
And
ears
your
are a little bit pointy.
okay. And what about your eyes?
They're big and round.
Mm-hmm. Do they close?
Yep, they close.
Mm-hmm. What about your hands and your arms?
I have long fingers and long, kind of slender arms.
Mm-hmm. And do the fingers, are they separate or are they together?
They're separate.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really have any fingernails, though. They're kind of
Okay.
like just fingers.
Just turn them around so that you can see the bottom of them. What does your palm and fingers look like?
My palm has like one line in each of it. It doesn't look like as a human hand looks with like fingerprints or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It looks more smooth.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And do you wear anything on your body besides those leaves?
Just along the bottom, it's kind of like a dress,
Mm-hmm.
like a flowy dress.
Yes, touch it. What is it made out of?
Satin.
Mm-hmm.
The dress is green.
Yes. Beautiful. So let's find out a little bit about your home and where it is that you live. I'm going to count to three. When I get to number three, you'll be in front of the place which you consider your home. One, two, and three. Where are you?
Um, our homes are in the sky, actually.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like bubbles of glass.
Yes.
And there's a you can see other homes too. It's everyone has kind of um like homes in the sky, but they're all
Yes.
overlooking the water. It's really gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. So you breathe air?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So how far are these homes from the ground? Or
Um,
should I say, or is it the sea? Is there any ground where you are?
I don't see any ground. I see the
Mm-hmm.
sea,
Okay.
and the homes are kind of floating above them.
Okay.
There's several feet. I mean, I'm not good with this, but they're maybe like 60 feet above
Okay.
the water.
Yes. And how do you get in and out of your home?
We fly.
Mm-hmm.
We have like little vehicles that we fly in.
Okay. What does the vehicle look like?
It's kind of round. It kind of looks like a little spaceship,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just really little, like how we would see our car, but it's like flying,
Yes.
a
Now
flying
you
car.
Are you enclosed inside or?
Inside of the vehicle, yes.
Yes, yes. And how many people would fit in this vehicle?
Looks like about 4 or 5.
Yes. And what is the vehicle made out of?
It's like a, it's a lot, again, like a tempered glass.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So are you in the vehicle now?
Not yet, but I can be.
All right. So allow yourself to be in the vehicle and tell me how it is that you maneuver this vehicle. What do you do to maneuver it?
There's kind of like it's a, it's like a steering wheel, but it's actually more like it has 2 handles,
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of maneuver it like not as a wheel, but as like a joy, or what do you, I can't think of the
A
word, like
joystick?
a joystick, yeah.
Okay. Yes.
And you just push buttons. There's like a center console, like there would be in a car.
Yes.
Um, so you have options where you can change like the lighting and you can
Mm-hmm.
change different settings for inside the car,
Yes.
but it's more with your mind
Okay. So you're
that you're
moving it with your mind. And what is it? How is it that you move in this vehicle? Are you in a sitting position or standing?
sitting, just like you
Yes.
kind of would in a car, but you're kind of lounged back a little bit more.
And what is this seat made out of?
It's made out of just really see-through type of smooth material.
hmm
It kind of everything's very translucent, like you can see through most things.
Okay, very good. So allow yourself to find your way to your home and tell me how it is that you get there.
So there's a little path that I take from my little area where I could get it out of my car. It's just like a clear sidewalk.
hmm
And I enter my home through just the side like you would from your house and now.
Yes, yes. And what's the first thing you notice when you go inside?
There's lots of very spacious. There's lots of there's furniture. And there's a kitchen,
hmm
and on the kitchen, it's like there's all of the technology is very much mind driven, where if I wanted something, I would just kind of walk up to my fridge and visualize myself having that thing, and then it would kind of just appear.
Yes. And notice all of the furniture. Is this also translucent?
Yeah, a lot of it is just translucent. It's almost like it's there, and it like you could go sit on a chair, it'd be clear. And
hmm
if you wanted there to be like white fur on the chair to make it more comfortable, that's what there would be.
Yes. So everything is created with your mind?
Yeah,
hmm And what is the shape of your home?
it's round.
hmm
Yeah,
So,
it's like one big bubble, like round bubble with a flat bottom.
yes. And to get from one place to another in your home, how do you maneuver your body?
I just walk. It looks like
hmm
I'm just walking.
Very good. So go to the place in which you sleep in your home.
Okay, so I'm going upstairs, and when I get to the top, there's a bedroom straight ahead,
Yes.
and there's a bed in there. It's a really big, flowy bed
hmm
with nice white um, linens
hmm
and some aqua blue. And it just seems like it's like a big cloud, like I'm gonna just jump into a big cloud.
Beautiful. And are you able to see the outside from this room?
Yes, I can see the entire, like like a panoramic view of my entire water around. It's just beautiful.
hmm
Like it's
And
like
in
I'm
this
living on the ocean.
beautiful, and in this place in which you're living, do you live with others or are you just by yourself?
No, I think there's somebody here with me.
All right. So let's advance to where you are actually with the person that lives with you. Allow yourself to experience that now. Who's there with you?
It's my husband.
Mm-hmm. What does he look like?
He's also blue. He's kind of like a big broad chest and big muscles, and but they're smooth and um like very flowy like me.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He has long arms,
Mm-hmm.
broad arms and
Yes.
hands, and he's got kind of a bigger head
Yes.
and big eyes, big green eyes.
Mm-hmm. And how do you communicate with your husband?
We communicate just telepathically.
Mm-hmm. Do you have names for each other that you call each other?
I think I'm Sabrina.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What do you call your husband?
Michael.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So take a moment to just feel his aura, his everything about him. What do you sense from him?
I just sense so much love. He really protects me
Yes.
and he loves me in a way that I've never been loved on the earthly plane.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So take a moment and just feel that love now and fill yourself with that love. Notice what happens.
It's a little overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. Allow as much of it as you can.
It's really warm
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and it's making me want to cry because it's making me miss it. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
it feels so much like home that
Yes. So understand that there is no such thing as time. And at any moment, you could fill yourself with this same love from Michael. So allow yourself to memorize this love now. Memorize it and know it that you have the capability of accessing this love anytime you wish. Allow yourself to just take as much of it as if you can into you. Very good. And tell me when you're done. Very good.
okay, I'm done.
Very good. So now we're going to close the scene and I'm going to count to three. When I get to number three, you'll advance to a point in that same lifetime in which something important is happening. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening? Yes. Where are you now?
I'm at a wedding.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Tell me about it.
It's on the water, but we're closer to the water. Like we're not up high anymore.
Yes.
And there is dolphins and whales, like just kind of surrounding us.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There's
Who's,
a,
yes, go ahead.
it's me and my husband. It's our wedding.
Very good. And are there any others there with you besides the whales and dolphins?
There's a few family members, but it's really small.
Mm-hmm. And where is it that you have this wedding? Is it on a platform or another structure?
Yeah, it's on a platform, but it's all open.
Mm-hmm.
So like the breeze is just there with us.
Yes. Feel this moment. Feel this feeling. And notice at this point when you're marrying your husband, if you've made any vows to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What vows have you made?
We promised that no matter what happens, we would always know that we'll come back to this
Mm-hmm.
moment.
Yes.
And it's like we knew that we were going to be separated at some point,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and we knew we were going to experience some really hard times,
Yes.
but that we would both always find a way back.
Very good. Very good. So as you complete this ceremony and this vow, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll advance to that moment in time in which something happens. It's something that impacts your life profoundly. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you now?
Oh, we're on Earth.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Are you both together on Earth?
No, I don't see him.
Mm-hmm. Notice your body. Do you look the same?
No, I look like an Earth, like a
Okay.
baby, just like a baby.
Okay. Well, let's get back to this. We're going to complete that life as that person on Venus. I'm going to count to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll move forward in that life to see how it is that you separate from him. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening?
I am I'm still here, but I think he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just laying in my bed as in a really old woman.
Yes. What has happened to your husband?
He went off to sea to work on a boat one day, and I don't think he came back.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I ever knew what happened to him.
Mm-hmm. And up until this point, what's been the most difficult part of all of this?
The not knowing.
Mm-hmm. So listen, I'm going to count from 3 to 1 backwards. And this time you'll be able to understand exactly what happened to Michael. And this time you're going to experience everything. 3, 2, and 1. What's happening? Where are you?
I'm out on a boat.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. What's happening on this boat?
He's with people that he works with.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They've taken him out there to end his life.
Mm-hmm.
They had no intention of bringing him home.
Mm-hmm. And why have they decided to end his life?
Because And his business, they have a business with him.
Yes.
They want his money.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so they've decided to throw him overboard.
Mm-hmm. So what happens next?
I need just a minute to calm down my body.
Mm-hmm. What happens next? Follow that boat out.
They just leave him out there for dead.
Mm-hmm. So notice how it is that he dies.
He drowns.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And notice how this affects you. What do you feel?
I knew when he died, I felt it in my body.
Mm-hmm. Notice the feeling that you feel in your body.
My whole body is numb. I just feel cold and empty.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it's all tense and all my fingers are just like numb. And
Mm-hmm.
my
Yes.
my neck hurts and my
Yeah.
head hurts.
Yes. And notice at this moment, as all of this is hurting, you feel numb, you feel this sense all about the body. Notice if you have connected your energy to Michael.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. And notice the reason why you have kept this connection open.
Because haven't had answers and I felt like if I let go of him, then I'm like that I don't know how because I didn't know what happened to him.
Yes.
And I felt like I needed to keep him with me because I could prevent him from suffering in case he was suffering.
Mm-hmm. So let's do this. I'm going to count to three. When I get to number three, allow me to speak to Michael through you. One, two, and three. Switch. Michael, do you see what's happening with Sabrina, how she has been holding on to you?
I understand that now.
Mm-hmm. And how has this affected your soul by having someone connected to you?
I needed her.
Mm-hmm.
I needed her light.
Yes. But Michael, you had your own light. You were siphoning her light by connecting to her. She couldn't live any longer. Do you realize that, Michael?
I know, but I was scared.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I didn't want to die like I did.
Yes.
I was afraid that I wouldn't go. I didn't know what would happen if I died.
Mm-hmm.
So I just grabbed onto her to save me, to help
Yes.
me.
Yes. But notice what she's been feeling, not only in the lifetime on your planet, but all of the other lifetimes that she's lived. Your soul has been taking her energy. Would you like me to help you, Michael? Finally, feel free.
Yes, please. I didn't
Very
know I
good.
was doing that to her.
Very good. So, Michael, I'm going to take you to the last moment of your life in that boat, and you're going to tell me what happens from the moment you're thrown over. I'm going to count to three. When I get to number three, you'll tell me everything. One, two, and three. What's happening, Michael?
There's just waves and I'm so cold.
Mm-hmm.
All I can see is I see sharks.
Yes.
They're swimming around me and I'm afraid
Yeah.
they're gonna eat me.
Yes. So what happens next?
I just continue to get so cold and I'm just terrified. I'm terrified to
Yes.
die.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I don't I don't know what to do, so eventually I just pass out.
Okay. And as you pass out, your body is remembering what happens to it. Notice what happens when you pass out and you begin to breathe in that water. How are your lungs affected when you get that water?
I'm just feeling peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
Once I
Yes.
finally pass out, I finally feel peaceful.
Yes. Where is your soul when you pass out?
It's floating above me.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And notice if your soul is afraid.
It doesn't know where to go.
Okay, so where do you go once your soul leaves that body that is drowned? Where do you go to?
I choose to go down into the water.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. And do you stay under the water?
Yeah, I stay in the darkness
Yes. And why have you chosen to stay there?
because that's where I thought I deserved to go.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What were the last thoughts that you had before you passed out?
I thought I had to make a choice between going up or going down, and I thought that I deserved to go down, so that's what I did.
Very good. And has that benefited you at all?
No,
No. But look what has happened, Michael. Your energy has attached to your soulmate, to Sabrina. Do you realize that that's what's happened? In that darkness, you've been bringing her down to the depths with you.
I see that now.
Mm-hmm. Is this where you want her to join you? In the
No,
bottom of the sea?
I never meant for that to happen.
Mm-hmm. But notice how she's been feeling through her whole lifetime without you. Feeling that darkness, feeling that emptiness. She's feeling you, Michael.
I understand that now.
So what do you say to her?
I'm so sorry. I never knew. I didn't know what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I was so scared.
Are you ready now to leave that dark place and disconnect from her?
Yes,
All right, very good. So I'd like for you to tell me where it is that you are connected to her in this lifetime and every other lifetime.
her heart.
Her heart, very good. So I'd like for you to focus on your heart, Michael, and find within that heart that spark of light, that light of divinity that created you. Tell me when you find that spark.
I feel it.
Mm-hmm. Now make it even bigger, Michael. Just like you did everything in your life, just manifest that light to be big. And tell me what it feels when it gets bigger.
It feels really comforting.
Mm-hmm. Make it even bigger, Michael. Allow that love to flow through.
Oh, it's overwhelming, but it's
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Very good. So now that you've seen that this is pure light that you're going to, are you ready now to disconnect from the soul of your beloved?
I'm ready.
All right. So go ahead and pull her out of that deep darkness and allow her to now release from her heart. Go ahead and pull your energy from her heart. And Sabrina, I want you to pull your energy out from Michael. He needs to go to the light. And tell me what happens.
I'm still pulling my energy away.
Pull it all out. And as you begin to pull it away, Michael, I'd like for you to go into that light now and notice who is there to greet you.
My grandpa's there.
Mm-hmm. So extend yourself out towards him and go into that light. And you'll be able to assist your beloved in a different time, but feeling whole yourself. May the light of the universe always accompany you. And now go ahead and close that portal down. And I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, I want you to find yourself now at the end of your life as Sabrina. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you now?
I'm just laying in my bed.
Mm-hmm. Notice how old you are.
99.
Mm-hmm. And notice how you're feeling now as you look back at your life.
I can finally see how lucky I am
Mm-hmm.
that I have had such a good life with so much love, because most people don't get that.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just feeling really grateful for everything I did have.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So allow your body to begin to die. And as your body dies, just release your soul from that body like an old coat, leaving that body behind. What's the first thing your soul notices as it leaves that body?
Just floating in the clouds.
Mm-hmm. And who is there to greet you?
Michael
Mm-hmm. What does he tell you?
tells you I told you.
Mm-hmm.
We promised.
Yes. And now that you're together, your souls are united once again. You could look back at that life and see the experiences that you've had, the emotions that you've felt. What was the purpose of that lifetime?
It was to see what real authentic love feels like,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and to understand that even if we're separated, we'll never be separated for long.
Yes. Yes. And notice if you make any agreements with Michael while you're there as souls.
We agree that we're gonna meet each other
Mm-hmm.
in other
Yes.
lives, and we're going to do the same thing, and we're probably gonna separate, but we'll always find our way back.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. So I'd like.
It feels very peaceful,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and I understand now why I've been feeling so alone in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand the dreams, all the dreams that I've had about driving around in the dark and having no one to show me where to go, and no
Mm-hmm.
phone to call anybody.
Yes.
I've just felt abandoned into this world.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I feel like we just healed that abandonment
Mm-hmm.
feeling.
Yes. And I want you to notice if there's any little Cole, any little girl that still is lost.
I see her in front of me.
Mm-hmm. How old is she there?
She's 3.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So focus. And I'm going to count to 3. When I get to number 3, you will be there, looking out through her eyes. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you?
I'm in my living room,
Mm-hmm.
in my house growing up.
Yes. Who are you with?
I'm by myself.
Mm-hmm. What are you feeling there?
I'm sad because everyone left for work and I'm just looking out the window.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm missing my mom because she left for work.
Yes. And feel these feelings of being sad because you've been left. And notice where those feelings are coming from.
They're coming from the original abandonment wound
Mm-hmm.
when I left Source.
Yes. Yes. So begin to go to that place where you were first left. The first feeling of abandonment. I'm going to count to 3 and allow your soul to take you there. 1, 2, and 3. How do you see yourself?
I'm a being of light, a
Mm.
bubble sort of,
Yes. Yes.
just like an orb shape.
Mm-hmm. And notice where you are.
All I see is white and yellow,
Mm-hmm.
kind of just air, like fog.
And where is this other white and yellow coming from?
It's just in everywhere surrounding me. There's there's just clouds everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And what does this place remind you of? What's it like?
It's like heaven.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And how do you communicate with others?
Just we just think and speak telepathically.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. So connect with the love that you feel in this place.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. What is that love?
it's the source from our creator.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Allow yourself to be held by that light and connect telepathically with your creator. What type of connection do you have?
Um, it's my dad. It's my
Mm-hmm.
father.
Yes. What does he tell you?
He tells me that he loves me very much
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and that he has something he needs me to do.
Mm-hmm. What is that he needs you to do?
He needs me to bring love down into the lower atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And how would you do that?
Um, by bringing my heart
Mm-hmm.
and then taking on certain forms
Yes.
wherever I'm guided to go.
Yes. So does your father choose a place for you to go? Or do you choose?
I choose.
Mm-hmm. What is it that you choose?
I choose to go to Earth.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And what it would be your mission in this love bringing?
I'm to bring the divine feminine essence back into the planet.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I'm to help people open their hearts again.
Yes.
I'm to bring in the frequency, the sound of love, and
Mm.
the vertical channel
Yes.
that has been missing from Earth.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
I'm to bring in sound waves
Mm-hmm.
through my heart space.
Yes. But in doing this mission, you'll have to leave your dad, won't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what will ensure that you will not miss his love?
Whenever I listen into my heart, I'll always go back to him.
Mm-hmm.
But if I get far away from my heart, I'll know it because I'll feel like I'm separate.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So with that, you're going to go ahead and take your knowledge. And I'll count from 3 to 1 backwards. And you'll be back in your body, seeing your mummy leaving. 3, 2, and 1. What do you feel now?
I love her.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I love her so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I know she loves me.
And what happens when she doesn't show her love the way a human child would expect?
I know that it's only because she's gotten too far away and she just needs to come back into her heart.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
And I
So
know that
go.
it has nothing to do with me.
Very good. Very good. So with that knowledge now, I want you to feel that connection of your dad who loves you so much and brought you that beautiful heart to expand to others. And I want you to begin to grow up with that love in your heart. And see yourself going from a 3-year-old and integrating now once again with the adult Cole. Having the connection of the heart intact. Remembering why you came here. Understanding your mission in this family. And adult Cole, go ahead and breathe in this young child that has grown up now. And notice how it is that you feel.
I feel so much more whole.
Hmm. Yes.
And I
Okay.
understand why certain things happen in my childhood
Mm-hmm.
so that I could learn that no matter how far away or how separate we might feel or how distant we become from our heart, we can always find our way back.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good.
No matter what, doesn't matter what happens, we can always find our way back.
Very good. So with that, I'm going to count to 3. And when I get to number 3, we're going to go to the source of where all of these issues began. It could be in this lifetime or another lifetime. 1, begin to follow the feelings. 2, and 3. How did this all begin? Where are you?
I'm here in this life.
Mm-hmm. What's happening?
I don't feel like my love is I feel like I need to turn my love down or turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like I am loved, so I don't want to accept love. I don't know how to accept love.
Yes. Yes. What happens when you don't accept love and you turn off your love?
I started looking for or bringing people into my life that wouldn't show me love, that I knew wouldn't show me love,
Yes.
because I thought that's what I was supposed to do.
Yes. Continue. What happens next when you turn off that love?
When I turn off that love, I get really lost
Mm-hmm.
and really sad and really I'm searching for everything, a way to fill the void.
Yes.
So I choose things that will fill the void outside of me, like I choose addiction
Mm-hmm.
and I choose to fill that space with material things
Yes.
and working a lot. I chose to work a lot
Mm-hmm.
to stay busy.
Yes. So notice where that void is.
It's in my heart.
Mm-hmm. So begin to focus on that heart and expand on the feeling that it feels when you feel void.
It feels like a vacuum, like it's
Mm-hmm.
just sucking, but
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing. It's never gonna end.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Keep following it to the beginning of when this all began. And notice where you are. Yes.
Egypt.
Mm-hmm. Yes, tell me more.
Um, I'm in a temple.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Yes.
some sort of headdress on,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and I'm some sort of high priestess. So I'm working in a healing temple. I really don't leave the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's really hot.
Yes. And how is it that you heal others in this healing temple?
They come in, and there is a place that they sit, and there's certain lights, and there's sound everywhere, sound
Mm-hmm.
waves.
Yes.
There's a certain way that the light filters into the middle of the temple,
Yes.
to the top,
And where are the sounds coming from?
from the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so there's light and sound both, and people
Yes.
just come in, and there's a group of us that just kind of stand around,
Yes.
and we all have a job.
Mm-hmm. What is your job?
My job is to just stand at the head of the table.
Yes.
I work on the head and the feet, so I start at the head, and I just channel an energy.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I feel like that's complete, I move down to the feet. I do the
Yes.
same thing.
Now, are you using any sound to work on the person?
Um, I have I have some tuning forks that I can use if I want to. But a lot of it is just I sing or I
Mm-hmm.
use drums.
Yes.
But a lot of it's just me standing there with my presence
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and creating a pathway.
Mm-hmm. Notice where that pathway is going from and to.
Oh, it's from my heart.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But it just keeps going. It's like whoever comes in. And then when the things start to get dark in Egypt, it's like my heart is still trying to heal it all.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm seeing that it's part of that vacuuming. It's like it's connected into those ancient Egyptian times.
Mm-hmm. So what has happened that the energy is being taken? Is there no way to shut that off to avoid this void, this vacuuming?
There is, but we have to intend on it.
Mm-hmm. And have you?
No.
All right. So take a moment now and stand before this one that is being healed. And when the healing has been done, go ahead and close.
I need to ask for assistance.
Very good. Who do you ask for assistance?
Archangel Michael,
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I need to call in my higher self.
Mm-hmm.
She's already here.
Yes. What does this priestess need to do now, moving forward, to be able to close this heart on her own?
She needs to establish boundaries
Mm-hmm.
instead
Yes.
of letting anybody and any energy take what it wants. She needs to set the boundary that when there's a starting point and when there's a stopping point.
Yes. So let's do that right now. Let's learn how to use this skill to where she can use it in every aspect of herself in every lifetime. See yourself now turning off and setting these boundaries with those that take from your heart.
I never had good boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now seeing that
Yes.
the boundaries need to be set when
Mm.
there are those around me who are not willing to change or do the work.
Very good.
I'm needing to realize that I can't do it for them and it's not my job.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And notice what has happened.
I feel free and I feel like I have my power back.
Mm-hmm.
I feel empowered.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very good. And now we're going to just scan your body and see how this body feels. Notice if there's anything out of place, anything that's not supposed to be there, something that's inappropriate.
There's something around my neck.
Mm-hmm. Focus in on it, zoom in on it. What is that that's around your neck?
Some sort of noose.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's really
Focus in on it.
tight.
Yes. And what does it feel when you feel this noose?
It's really tight.
Mm-hmm.
It's squeezing into my neck.
Yes. I'm going to count to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll tell me where you are. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening?
I'm
Yeah.
standing on a block
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and I'm waiting for my turn.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What's going to happen to you when it's your turn?
They're going to hang me.
Mm-hmm. And what is the reason for the hanging?
I've spoken out and told things to people that I wasn't supposed to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
I've spoken the truth.
Mm-hmm. And what happens when you speak the truth?
You can't do that because you'll be persecuted
Mm-hmm.
and you'll be hung.
Yeah, so what happens next?
Everyone's gathered around and they're all cheering.
Mm-hmm. What are
They
they
think
saying?
they're saying that I'm a liar
Mm-hmm.
and that I'm crazy
Yes.
and I'm a witch.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What happens next?
I'm just waiting for them for it to be my turn.
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
really I know that it's part of what's going to happen and I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
I knew when I was speaking the words that I spoke that there was a chance this would happen.
Yes. So what happens next?
They've they've pulled the bottom of the chair out, the block out from underneath me.
Yes. And what happens?
My soul is kind of leaving my body,
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't really feel the pain of it.
Mm-hmm. So where is the soul as it's watching your body die?
I'm just hovering right over.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And what's the most difficult part of this death?
I feel like I didn't do my job.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Yes.
like they stopped me before I could do what I was supposed to do.
Yes. So listen carefully. I'm going to count from 3 to 1 backwards. And when I get to number 1, you'll get to the point where you'll understand how all of this began. How all of this began that led you to this hanging. But this time you're going to experience and feel everything in detail. 3, 2, and 1. How does this all begin?
Which part are we starting at?
How you get into trouble for speaking out.
I'm trying to teach people. I'm speaking against religion and against some of the practices
Mm-hmm.
that are happening in some of the religious ceremonies.
Yes, and who are you speaking with?
Um, Really, anyone who will listen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying
Notice,
to
notice where
speak.
you are. Where are you when you do this?
I'm in a church
Mm-hmm.
and I'm speaking against what other people believe to be true.
Yes.
I'm trying to explain how things might not be just what we're being told,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
how I'm speaking about things that I've found to be kind of discrepancies in
Yes.
what I've learned, and I'm right there along with them, but they're not wanting to hear it.
Yes.
They're not ready to hear it,
Yes. So what
and so
happens?
they get angry at me.
Mm-hmm. Who
I
who
think
gets who gets angry? Notice who it is that gets angry.
all the people that go to the same church as I do,
Yes. And what do they say when they get angry?
they call me a liar and a fake, a fraud.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they call me a witch.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And what happens next?
They don't want me to talk about it anymore.
Yes. So what do they do so that you won't talk about it?
They go and tell the head of the church
Mm-hmm.
and the priest, I suppose you would call him. And he doesn't really say a whole lot except for I can tell he's not happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing I know, I I'm up. They tell me that I will be hung for what I've done.
Mm-hmm. And notice where you are when they tell you this.
I'm outside
Yes.
by a tree.
Yes. And how do you react to this?
Um, part of me saw it coming.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I didn't care. I was going to speak what I was going to speak.
Yes. So feel your emotions as they come out.
I'm angry,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not telling anyone that.
Yes. What do you say instead?
I say that I understand, and I know that one day they will understand too.
Yes. So advance forward. What happens next? Feel everything in detail.
Um, I'm disappointed in myself. I wonder
Mm-hmm.
if I did the right thing. I wonder if I
Yes.
said too much or if I
Mm-hmm.
didn't say enough.
Yes.
I wonder if there's something I could have said differently.
Yes.
So I'm really starting to get down on myself. And now that I realize the end is coming, and I'm really just thinking of every single thing I could have said differently or done differently so that this wouldn't be happening. And I'm
Yes.
not mad, I'm not upset that I have to leave. I'm just upset that I didn't fulfill my purpose.
Yes. What happens next?
They have the community gather around because now everybody's angry about it. It's like they can't wait to see this end.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to hear any more about it.
Yes. And where are you when all of this is happening?
I'm still out by that tree again.
Yes.
It's right out in front of the church.
Mm-hmm. Are you being held there?
Yeah, I'm not going to be let go of.
Mm-hmm. Notice how it is that you're being kept there.
I'm tied up
Mm-hmm.
around my arms, around the
Yes.
tops of my arms.
Yes.
I'm tied up by my ankles,
Yes.
but I'm not really fighting it
Mm-hmm.
because I just know that that's what's going to happen.
Yes. And there are other people around you.
Yeah, they're all shouting and burning things.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What happens next?
They have me walk up onto the platform. They undo my ankles, have me walk up onto the platform,
Yes.
and I'm still tied up around my arms.
Yes. Are they tied in front of you or behind you?
They're tied behind me.
Mm-hmm. Notice if there's anything else that binds you.
Um, I still have something around my ankles, but it's like I can walk, but it's sharp and it's not comfortable.
Yes.
It's kind of like been digging into my ankles.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And really, I think one of my leg on the left, completely, I stopped having feeling in it because the ropes were so tight.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yes.
almost like it just kind of died there.
Yes. And notice how the rest of your functions are working in your body.
Um, Everything just hurts. I mean, I kind of like everything went from hurting to being numb.
All right. Very good. So tell me what happens as you get on that platform.
It's hard to balance because I can't use my arms, and so I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind of just trying to walk up there. I'm trying not to trip.
Yes.
Um, and I'm just looking around, just so confused how everybody that I thought I could trust at one point is now standing around me, wanting to watch me die.
Yes. What happens next?
I feel the noose come around my neck. It's really sharp and
Mm-hmm.
pointy, like a really sharp rope.
Mm-hmm. And are you able to see?
Nope, I'm blindfolded,
Mm-hmm.
so I can't see. All I can do is hear
Yes. What are they saying?
all of the things that are being said.
Mm-hmm. And notice how your heart is feeling now that you have that sharp rope around your neck.
I'm I'm really it's really hurtful to hear the things that people are saying
Yes. Yes.
because I don't feel like I deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
I was only trying to help them.
Yes. Yes.
That's the
Yes.
one I never wished bad upon anybody.
Mm-hmm. And as you're blindfolded now, you're going to hear a noise, and that noise will be the platform opening. One, two, and What happens to your neck?
It's like it just feels like it's ripped into a bunch of pieces.
What is the last thought that you have?
I'm going to come back and do better next time.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So notice what happens to your soul.
I can feel myself going back home, so I'm okay, but I feel like am I supposed to be going back? Did I really fulfill what I came there to do?
Yes, very good. So as all of this is happening, the soul is there. It's trying to figure it out, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So what's been the most difficult part now that you've experienced all these feelings with your body? What's been the most difficult part about this death?
Feeling like I can't complete what I'm here to do.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There's
Yes.
always something that stops me.
Mm-hmm. Say that again.
There always seems to be something that stops me.
Yes. And when you have that thought, there's always something that stops me. Notice your physical reactions to those words.
It just puts me into a really diminished space where I feel
Mm-hmm.
like nothing, like I'm
Yes.
just melting away again or dwindling away.
Yes. And when you melt away, notice your emotions. There's always something to stop me. Notice what emotions are coming out.
I'm disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm frustrated.
Yes.
I'm sad.
Yes. And when you feel disappointed, frustrated, and sad, notice what's going on through your mind. What are your mental reactions?
Here we go again.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And when you're saying here we go again, notice what's going on in your mind.
I'm not able to visualize the time when I can complete my mission.
Okay, very good. So I want you to think about all these things. When you're saying there's always something that stops me. I feel like I'm melting. I feel disappointed, frustrated, sad. And you say, here we go again, not able to accomplish it. How are all of these things now affecting you in the life as coal? What does it make you do?
It makes me have to really try to work past those immediate judgments that I make or those immediate thoughts that pop into my mind when I don't want them to.
Yes.
It's like they come in and I can tell them to stop, but they just want to keep coming in.
Mm-hmm. And when you're trying to make them stop and they keep coming in, what does it keep you from doing?
Anything that I came here to do
Mm-hmm.
keeps me
Yes.
on a repetitive loop.
Very good. So I want you to do now something. I want you to take your soul from that place and I want you to talk to all of those people who called you a liar, who called you a fake, a fraud, a witch. And I want you to speak your mind. I want you to tell them exactly how you feel about what they did to you. Don't hold back.
The only thing I wanted to do was help you. I just wanted to show you an easier way. I wanted to show you how to make yourself feel better. I wanted to show you a way out, and all you wanted to do was get angry with me. I don't know what more I could have done to help you. I never wished anything bad upon you. I don't know how you could wish anything bad upon me.
Mm-hmm. And you can explain to them that you gave them all of this love from your heart. And they
You didn't
took
know,
that.
you took
Mm-hmm.
all my love, but you didn't want to hear anything I had to say.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to do anything for yourselves. You just wanted to take all my love.
And you took my power.
And you took my power.
And I demand that you give me my power back.
And I demand that you give me my power back.
My voice,
I want my voice back.
my ideas.
I want my ideas back.
Keep going.
They were my ideas. It was my ideas, and then you took and used as your own.
Take it back.
I want them back.
Take them all back.
Taking them all back.
They took your voice.
They knew I had good ideas and they wanted them. They wanted them for themselves.
Yes. And now, can you forgive yourself for allowing that to happen? For not setting your boundaries?
Yes, because it was my fault for not setting boundaries.
So now I'd like for you to find that body. Find that body with the broken neck. And I want you to go ahead and use your hands to suture that neck. Suture it back. And tell me when it's all fixed.
It's all fixed.
Very good. And so now that your body is back and your energy is back, I want you to go ahead and take that soul out of that place and take her into the light, with the understanding that with the death of that body, that experience is over. With the end of that experience, this no longer affects you in the lifetime of Cole or any other lifetimes in which you need to speak your truth. It's over, and now you go into the light and breathe in that light. Allow that light to fill you. Allow yourself to feel the connection once again with your Father, your Creator. And now that you're in the light, you'll begin to connect with all of those gifts that you have brought. You'll be able to connect with the frequencies. What is it that your soul needs to remember, that Cole needs to use in her lifetime? With her sounds, with the lights.
He's here to use sound to bring sound back.
Mm-hmm.
The sound on the planet has been so distorted
Mm-hmm. Yes.
since the sound and the light, or the sound is what creates the light.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so once we can fix the sound, once we can heal the sound, we can heal our light.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yes.
sound is the mother aspect of us,
Yes.
our feminine aspect.
Mm-hmm. And she has been spending some time researching sound. The sound of air, of fire, of earth, of water, of those sounds. So I'd like for you to go ahead and show her the frequencies that she needs to use moving forward. What other information do you have?
As she uses the frequencies of the elementals, she's able to ignite little sparks within the human body, little memories, little soul memories, little parts of their human template that will ignite parts of their memory that they need to remember who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So as they start to feel those little sparks ignite and they start to remember who they are, that will raise their consciousness just enough where they can change the lens of which they're looking through at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so as we are able to raise their frequency and make it into a more coherent waveform, instead of all the chaos that's going on with all the different technologies and the different there's just so many different, you know, inorganic waveforms and that we're having experiencing on the planet right now, that as we start to introduce some of the more organic frequencies and tune our own bodies to be walking tuning forks of that nature, those natural waveforms,
Mm-hmm.
we then will pass those on to those around us. So essentially, like how when we go into nature, we absorb all the organic frequencies of nature, all the fire, earth, air, and water just by being in nature. As we can tune our own bodies to those same frequencies and we can transmit that signal, it will start to be even bring it within doors, so that we not only need it to be when we're out in nature, but we can start to bring that within to our own bodies.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And how does that affect the earth?
As one person switches their frequency to a more organic state, to a more coherent state,
Mm-hmm.
we then it just catches on, like if you're doing the wave, it just catches to the next person and the next person. And so eventually it moves from one person to the next, and then you have more coherence just spreading along the earth, just like wildfire.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know that one of the instruments to determine the health of the earth is the Schumann resonance. Would you explain a little bit about that?
The Schumann resonance is an extremely low frequency. It's considered to be the resonant tone, the bass tone of the earth at this time.
Yes.
But from what I'm seeing is it is not from the healthy version of our earth. It is
Yes.
from the distorted version of our earth. And so with all the higher frequency beings that are here to support us at this time, with the cosmic waves and the solar flares and the planetary alignments, what it does is it brings down the natural frequencies of nature, and hopes that the humans can be recipients of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it tries to repattern and reorganize our energetic structure so that we can receive those waveforms.
Mm-hmm.
So as we start to heal the planet with those natural tones and frequencies, it will allow the Schumann resonance to adjust as well. That core frequency will also raise. So it will take a long time for this to happen. But as you monitor the Schumann resonance, you'll notice that it fluctuates now. It doesn't stay where it's intended to be according to many of the different planetary aspects, if you ask them.
Yes.
And so as this starts to shift, that's how we shift our Mother Gaia, is by
Mm-hmm.
shifting her core frequency.
Good. Now, in the past, people lived outdoors. They worked outdoors, they walked outdoors, they spent a lot of time in nature, and they were absorbing these frequencies naturally. And now we are mostly indoors. How can we adjust our frequency naturally to help ourselves and Mother Gaia?
That's where the problem set in, is when people stopped going outside. We used to heal naturally just from being outside. And so when people started just staying inside behind these cement walls, they no longer had access to those natural healing frequencies. And so as we start to develop some of these technologies that will try to give us our frequency without having to go outside, we also have to remember the importance of getting outside into the natural frequencies when we can.
Okay.
We can reproduce those frequencies of nature, like the tuning forks, and we can realign our body that way. That will help.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, organic, being out in our human self, our human body outside, is always the best.
Mm-hmm.
But for those that can't get out into those natural elements, it does help to use things such as tuning forks or other natural tones when we're in the indoors.
Very good. Thank you. A question I have is what it is that Cole does during her sleep time. She seems to be experiencing things that are not of her current life, things that are inappropriate for her to experience. Where are these dreams coming from?
These are coming from sacral wound attachments that have essentially been sexual cords that have been set in many lives
Mm-hmm.
where when you live a life that's been, we have multiple partners over our multiple lives, and those can create attachments to our sexual energy centers. And so as living on earth, we often think about sex as a casual thing, and it kind of lost its sacred meaning over the years. And so what we don't understand, and what she didn't understand, is that when you have those sexual partners, that when there's not an activated heart chakra involved in it, so there's not authentic love, and we're having those sexual experiences, we're actually creating attachments to those people and those beings.
Mm-hmm.
So what Cole is noticing is that when she's in her dream state, she's having to go and close down all of those sort of energetic attachments that she's created along those times and those lifetimes. And so she's traveling around essentially trying to close down all of those cords and get pieces of herself back that belong in her own sexual organs and her own
Mm-hmm.
reproductive organs.
Very good. Are there any of those that are still open? Or have we worked on some of those today?
Feels like we've worked on them.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Is there anything else that you feel that Cole needs at this time?
She just wants to connect in with her higher self for a moment
Mm-hmm.
and just have some time just there, just home for just another moment.
All right.
That'll be good.
Very good. Any final words for Cole or for anyone else that she may know?
She just wants to share her gratitude
Mm-hmm.
for all the experiences that she's had and really share the value in forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Just the reminder that we don't forgive for to make anything okay, or to say that anything was ever okay and how we were treated. But forgiveness is the most powerful healing tool we can have for ourselves to call our own energy back.
Very good. Very good. So, is there anything else, or do you feel that we are complete?
I feel that we are complete.
Very good. Eyes. 5, wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over.
Tears all over my eyes, sorry.
Welcome back. How was that for you?
It was wonderful. Wow.
Does it make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah, it
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. I'm surprised by how quickly I was able to go in pretty deep.
Yeah.
I
So
wasn't
did
sure
you
if that would
feel,
happen.
was it a fast session for you? Did it feel fast to you?
Yeah, it felt really fast.
Like how long do you think you were in this
Maybe
trance?
like an hour. Oh wow. I didn't know it was that long, double that time.
we, we did a lot of work.
Yeah, no kidding.
You
We
feel
went,
good?
I do. I feel really
Fantastic.
good.
We did a lot of closing, a lot of fixing, a lot of everything, huh?
Yeah, we traveled.
We traveled a lot. We traveled a
We
lot.
definitely traveled.
So, is this something, Cole, that you feel that you want to share? Some parts of it, some of it was private, but some of the past life stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any, I'm an open book, so if there's anything that you think can help, there's nothing that really is too private for me that I can recall anyway. So
Fabulous.
whatever. Yeah, I would love
Fabulous.
that.
So, being that this is going to be online, do you want to tell everybody who you are and where they can reach you?
Yeah, so my name is Cole, Marie, and then Carlson's my last name, but I'm on either Instagram at Cole Marie 1444, or
Mhm.
else my healing business is on afterglowenergyflow.com. And you can find me on Facebook as well, but you'll find me, I have all my social media linked into my webpage. So
Tell everybody what you do.
um, I am a sound healing therapist, but I choose as my modality, I use biofield tuning. And
Mhm.
what we do is we essentially use tuning forks to access areas in the subconscious layers of the auric field, to bring repressed emotional wounds to the surface to alleviate some of the mental and physical um, illnesses and symptoms that they can be causing for us.
Give them
Biofield
credit.
tuning has been around for 20 years. Eileen Day McCusick from the Biofield Tuning Institute, she's the founder and she's been the forerunner. She's just amazing. So you can find her worldwide now.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So today I used tuning forks with you. How did they affect you?
You know, I love the sound element. I do. It's my thing. And I just think it really adds to, it just does something to your nervous system. It calms the nervous system and repatterns, reharmonizes, organizes, and they're
Yeah.
wonderful.
Good.
Yeah,
Fantastic. So, just to let everybody know, if you want a session with me, a hypnosis session, just go to my website, albaweinman.com, and you will sign up for the newsletter. It comes out once a month, and that's how Cole got her session. She clicked on the link that comes out for, we're doing a Zoom session right now, and that's how it was, Cole, right? You
that's
were
how it
you were
was.
trying for a while, so that's how you.
Divine timing.
That's it. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Much love to you. Bye bye.